Nigeria's sports industry, one of the largest sectors of the economy with the potential to create value for the country and its citizens. And although football is without a doubt the most popular sport in the country, the track and field category has also contributed its fair share of proud moments to the country on the international scene, even despite the myriad of challenges it faces. So address the specific challenge of talent discovery and development, MTN Nigeria has launched the first of its kind Schools Athletics Championship to revitalize grassroots athletics interests and identify future stars of Nigerian athletics. The MTN Champs program is consistent with MTN's history of supporting local to global aspirations in Nigerian sports. Its objective is to discover future Olympic champions for Nigeria while creating value. We're happy to have Idowu Adesokan, who is the General Manager, Segment and Devices Marketing Division at MTN Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Good morning to you. So can you tell us, I guess, what inspired MTN Nigeria to put this together, the MTN Champs, the champions?
All right. Good morning, Reuters. I liked where you stopped in terms of the potential of the sports industry to the economy of Nigeria. I will just roll out some stats and I'll compare with a country like Jamaica. So we know that sports in Nigeria is majorly led by football right now, but athletics is a sport that has really put us on the global map over the years. It has contributed its own quota. And if you look at the entire sports industry contribution to our GDP right now is about 0.005%.
It's really small.
And if you compare it to a country like Jamaica, where 2% of their GDP is from sports, and the leading sports there is just athletics. So it shows that there's a lot of potential from even athletics on its own without looking at football to the Nigerian economy itself. If I may leave that aside and pack that aside, let's look at what we are looking at with this Making of Champions. There is a similar thing in Jamaica called Champs in Jamaica, and that's what they used to get their sportsmen, the good athletes from grassroots, from the secondary school. And it's a similar thing we are replicating here. What we are doing is we are going to the secondary schools, we are going to the grassroots to get those youths, give them a platform where they can showcase their talent. The ones that are good among them, give them the right tools, skill them up, give them the right training to become the champions they need to be. So our goal is to give them a platform where they can showcase and we can create future champions for Nigeria. That's one. Also, for the ones that don't get to that final destination, sport itself creates some kind of team spirit, hard work, and foster community engagement. So among the young lads themselves, they learn a lot about hard work, about perseverance, about training, preparing, and all that. And from what we've done last year, we started seeing the kind of results that we want to be seeing going forward. For example, last year, I think we had about 8,000 students participate from 4 states. And if I'm right, over 50 secondary schools. This year, we're already looking at beating that target right now. I think we are currently in Calabar and Jos right now. The program is going on there. And what did we see from these people that did last year? We had one of the champs in Asaba. From there, the AFN came to pick some of the athletes and they went for these African Games that happened this year. Of the people that won medal for Nigeria in African Games last year, 14 of them came from champs. 9 gold medalists came from champs. These are the kind of results we want to be seeing. And our expectation is that in the years to come, we'll be seeing Olympic gold medalists come from this champ, because if you do the right thing, you put the right preparation there, we have the talent in Nigeria. We have the pool of talent. We just need to groom them up. We'll be beating countries like Jamaica, who have already put this in place and have run it over the years. So that's practically what we're doing. And it also fits in with one of our goals. We always say we're doing for tomorrow. So what we are doing is we are planning now, we are working hard now to see that tomorrow Nigeria will be on the global map in terms of athletics. And of course, MTN will be part of that story when it comes to be.
Fantastic. So how does, I guess what you're doing, put together or develop the next Toby Amosu, the next future Olympians?
So if you look at the way it works, for example, I'll use Ibadan as an example. We were in Ibadan 2 weeks ago, and we had over 2,600 students from secondary schools across Ibadan come to participate there. And we're picking out the top ones there. They will go for the grand finale. The top performing athletes there, they will go for the grand finale in Calabar. And of course, top athletics in the other areas we've gone to, like Asaba, like Jos, and some other places, we come over there to Calabar to, of course, participate. And the winners there will be taken to an academy where they will be properly groomed for 1 year. core professionals are going to train them, teach them what it takes and all that. And of course, after that, we go for the youth athletics, international athletics competition, where they will test, run what they've learned and all that. And from there, of course, you start seeing people go to Olympics. I think we already have an Olympian from Champs already. I've forgotten his name, but was at the last Olympics, and it was from the same Champs. So it's a residue, and it's a recipe for the success that we're looking at in future. You know, there's always saying that if you don't plan very well, and planning for things like Olympics is not just 1 year or 2 years.
Exactly, it's multiple years.
Yeah, multiple years.
Yeah.
You catch them young, you look at the talent, you groom the talent, you test them in international athletics competition before they get there. One of the things that Champs also bring to place with our partners, we have a app that whenever we do the races, you can actually compare where you are in terms of leaderboard, or where you have compared with the other athletes in the world. For example, if you do a second, maybe 9.95 or something, you can compare yourself with other athletes in the world, athletes that have gone to 9.95, less or more. So you can, from there, with just the app, start measuring how you're performing. So when you're being groomed and when you're training, you can see that where you're getting to is not that far if you're persistent with it. So our main goal is, we go through this, it's a bit painstaking because it's going to take a bit of years and all that, but the results are going to come, and the results are going to come sweet for Nigeria.
Yeah.
Both the economy, both the fact that sport is a unifying factor in Nigeria, and both the fact that, and also the fact that the youths themselves, we have a place where they can showcase their talent, and they will see that, of course, MTN, what we do is we want people to be able to achieve their potential.
Right.
We are the platform to make them achieve their potential. So they will see their potentials being achieved because they were part of Champs.
We talk a lot about money in sports, right? And how we need it in order to develop these athletes. So can you talk about the sponsorship? Because, you know, MTN Nigeria makes a lot of money. MTN is a successful company. So can you talk about the vital issue of how your sponsorship links into the future success of these athletes or potential athletes?
So if you look at the platform itself, it's actually cost. It has a bit of cost on it because you go to the grassroots, you pull them together.
Right.
It's about 5 days competition. You know, we use world class, everything we use there, the equipment and everything, facilities, it's world class. One of the things that drive where we go to, even though we want an equal spread across Nigeria, and we are in all the regions in Nigeria, but we look at where we get the best facilities, we bring in our own equipment to see that they get the best. Then taking them down, because we take them down to the finals themselves, the young lads that have won at regional sector, we take them to the finals themselves and taking them to the academy. All this, and we, of course, this is a program that is being beamed live, beamed on Super Sports, which is the leading Africa, sports station for everybody to see. Everything has a cost on its own, and it costs a bit. I won't be able to mention what the real cost is. And it's not a 100 meters dash, it's a long haul. So we are not in need for, let's say, 1 year, 2 years. We are in need to partner with the owner of the platform and see that at the end of the day, we get the desired result, which is to get champions out of Nigeria, Olympic gold medalists, and get sports to start contributing its fair quota to the GDP in Nigeria. That's our real goal there.
Thank you. Well, I did want to touch on that goal. So is it, would you have, look, there's multiple ways to measure how well this is. And I think for me, the fact that you're even doing this is a win in of itself, right? Because you're already saying you're wanting to win gold medals. Is that the ultimate goal, or is it just to get the development off the ground? Or are you trying to inspire other private sector companies to do what you do? Because this is a private sector thing in other countries, right?
I want to believe that other private sector players are already currently watching this. And of course, they will come on board more, because that's MTN is proud to always take leadership in this kind of things. The ultimate goal for anybody in any sport is to get the ultimate prize, which is gold medal in the Olympics. And we should always have that big objective, that big audacious goal in front of us. Of course, on the journey itself, there are a lot of milestones that we can say we have been successful with. One of the milestones I mentioned earlier, we got 14 of the athletes that won medals at the African Games. You could see that in African Games, we are back to where we need to be, which is second on the medal table. Of course, we can get that first if we prepare very well, and athletics can be that catalyst that will take us there. So, and one of the things we're also doing, if you look at it locally within Africa, relay is not really a core thing.
I agree.
It's one of the things that we've brought into play with these Champs. Start teaching the kids, start teaching the young ones how to be relay racers, getting the right team together for relay race and all that. That alone can get us some medals. You can see that where we became very successful in the Olympics at the beginning onset were relay races.
Exactly.
You understand? In the 80s and 90s, we won bronze medal. I think we won silver medal before we got the ultimate 1996 gold medal that we got for the first time in the Olympics. So I believe strongly that this preparation and the milestones we are seeing, even the fact that the students themselves can see themselves at the world platforms, it's enough goal for us to say we've achieved our objective.
Fantastic.
But I strongly believe that this platform will get us the desired gold medals we should be getting. We will be in our right position in the international sports industry, and we'll be in our right position when it comes to Olympics.
We're a young country. There's so many young people. The talent is everywhere, and good on you for discovering it. What about support for these young athletes beyond these tournaments going forward? What about that?
So, like I said earlier, the thing is, it's like an academic kind of thing. You get the best from each region. You get the best from each region to participate on the national platform. You get the best from the national platform. You put them in an academy for a year. After that year, you take them to international sporting competition at the youth level with intent of taking them to Olympics. So if you look at the entire journey, it's a journey of getting people prepared, getting people ready, and getting them to the ultimate platform, and getting them to win the ultimate or getting the ultimate result I want to get.
Hey, look, as far as I'm concerned, the private sector, what MTN Nigeria you're doing, you're the champions of what goes on in an economy. And thank you for bringing this to light, letting us know what you're doing. Really appreciate your time. Mr. Idowu Adesokan, General Manager, Segment and Devices Marketing Division at MTN Nigeria. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.